Hey, welcome friends out there in YouTube land. Robert Hamm with Robert Hamm Photography, and today we're talking again about the LG V20. My video, A Whole Lot of No's and LG Video or LG 20 Go Home created quite a bit of stir, lots of thumbs down, but more importantly gained quite a bit of conversation. I'd like to say that probably 90% of all the questions that I've received so far have been real questions that are actually normal questions. The other 10% are from trolls, just people that just have what would appear to be an idiot or a spiteful type of message. So I want to let you know that if you have not seen those videos, go ahead and check them out. A very short summary of them goes as follows. I ordered the LG V20. I was looking for a vlogging solution that I could use to help me specifically in my studio in my home to record videos without the use of a lavalier like I've got right now. The reason is quite simple. I do a lot of vlogs and I don't want to have to carry around my cameras. I mean, they're big. I put my phone in my pocket. So if I'm out somewhere and I want to make a quick video about something, I can just pick it up, make the video, and then go on about my business, specifically upload it. However, when I want to do a real full production something, then I will use my cameras. You know, like I've got a channel, School of Uke. I've got where I play the ukulele, and I use 4 cameras in that setup and make actual tutorials. There's other times when I go out and I photograph weddings, I'm not using a cell phone. I got a couple of stupid comments right here. Kongletech or Konglech, I don't know. Pick a name that makes sense, man. However, why would you want to use a 5 megapixel camera for YouTube videos? You're a photographer. I'm going to start by answering that. I replied to you there. And that was great. But the real quite simple answer is that the LG V20 was posted and poised by LG as a great video camera, period. They show Joseph Gordon-Levitt in the middle of a subway playing the drums, 1, 2, 3, 4, and he gets down and starts playing. It's loud, shows them adjusting the directional mic. Of course, they're using the rear-facing cameras in both wide and narrow. Then it shows different locations being played and also the LG V20 recording, and then it shows them edited together at the very end of the commercial whereby it says filmed on an LG V20. That got me hooked right there. See, that right there is what brought me over. The ability to change the directional mics, to have that hi-fi audio quality was what I was looking for. The ability to have a wide-angle lens as well as a standard view lens was great. The problem was I didn't have a great experience with it. Lots of people out there are getting butt hurt. They're getting their feelings hurt because of my experience. And that's where the 10% of idiots out there trolling come in. You can't be upset because I didn't like it. I said multiple times that the phone was a great phone. It just turned out not to be for me because my #1 reason for purchasing the LG V20, remember, I paid for this thing. I bought it. I pre-ordered it before you could buy it in the store. I got it in. And that was with my money. And what I couldn't use were the audio features with the front-facing camera. That's what I wanted to use because guess what? The front-facing camera is what I use to create my vlogs. We're going to move on over here. I've got a gentleman from Sweden, Frederick. He asked a long question, but I want to go ahead and answer that for him. He's like, he's most curious about why I would be using a camera in the first place, like a cell phone in the first place, to make any kind of video or any kind of production. Similar to my answer to the Konglech guy, Konglech, whatever, to this guy, similar answer. But if you actually watch any of my channel, you'll recognize that I truly encourage entrepreneurial spirit from people. I'm a photographer. I take care of my family through photography. I don't have a boss. You know, I make contracts. I have to sign contracts. I have to be on the go. I homeschool my son. I teach karate. I play the guitar. So I've got a lot of interests that an entrepreneurial lifestyle allows me to maintain. I even have a video series called The Morning Meeting where I talk about, it's not about making a lot of money because I'm not some kind of big, huge, rich guy. I'm absolutely not. I'm just your average guy that chooses to earn a living, but a living that I earn is my own. I make it through photography. And go watch the video if you want to see about it. And the #1 thing that I do is encourage people to break out of the box and try to get an income that isn't so concerned with somebody else's clock being punched. You know, we're not just workers, we're individuals, we're people. One way that I do that is by sharing with people the ability to use that pocket computer that's in your pocket, your cell phone. People ask quite often, you know, how could you work more mobile, or, you know, or they give an objection such as, well, I don't have enough money to go buy a new computer, or even I don't even have enough money to go buy a camera. And some of my suggestions are, if you have a cell phone with a great camera and you can download something like Snapseed, you could very easily do product photography for stock photo websites. You know, with a backdrop, you could do textures, you could do bricks and concretes, and you could do sunrises and sunsets. You could edit them, and then you could upload that work directly to something like iStock Photo or Getty Images or PhotoBucket, where people can purchase those images. You don't have to have some huge DSLR in order to make that happen. Of course, the better your equipment is, technically speaking, the better your end result could be. But people are looking for so many different kinds of work. One of the, you know, so uploading your work to something like a stock website with some editing is a viable option for you. There's lots of people out there that want pictures of just things, and you are the person, you got a phone in your pocket that's a picture of just a thing. Also, what about running around signing a contract? You know, I had the Note 7. I truly enjoyed it. It was very easy to sign contracts with my clients sitting down at a table on the cell phone if we needed to. Also on my Surface Pro 4, but I can't sign a contract the same way on that MacBook Pro right there. It just doesn't work. I have to bring a pin input or use Adobe Echo Sign. So my point there is that going mobile through a cell phone can very easily help you gain that first footing into growing your own business, and that's why I suggest it. And so that's one of the things that I like to keep in mind, and that's why I think that a cell phone is very important for you. Another question that I got is, oh, you're just pathetic. I got this, Pashal Makal, Russian or Albanian or something. So here's one of the trolly ones. You're just pathetic. A whole lot of no's. Your screen, you're looking at a screen using a polarizing lens. Wait a minute. I wear polarizing lenses, okay? So the fact is, I look at screens all the time with polarizing lenses. I'm looking at a Galaxy S7 Edge right now. I see no issue. But I did see an issue with the LG V20 when I got it out of the box. It was definitely more prevalent on white screens or screens that had a lot of white in the background. And the viewing angles, just for me, weren't great. So guess what? That was my experience. I'm not pathetic because I had that experience. He got mad also because I held up a polarizing filter for a DSLR or a camera, and it exaggerated the effect. Well, of course. I even said that it's going to exaggerate the effect if you can't see it from using my glasses the way that it was originally. If you can't see it on your side of the screen, then you can definitely see it here using the polarizing filter. It's just more pronounced. So people really get their feelings hurt, and I just think that's really, really, really funny. But the most important part that has come from all of this is you guys have entered into and engaged in some conversation, and that's great. That's what we have internet, and that's what this open platform is for. So for those of you that got a nicely worded, you know, real response from me, excellent. For those of you out there that get a stupid response, a narcissistic response, and a sophomoric response, check the type of question or comment that you were posing. I had a couple of people, inference. I mean, you see my website. I mean, it's roberthamphotography.com. Guys, it's there. And there are people out there, there must be 10, assuming that I shoot a wedding with a cell phone. I mean, it's truly, truly laughable. I mean, that's stupid. It's really what it is. And if you ask a stupid question, you're gonna get a stupid answer. I had a couple guys actually puff up like they were tough, and kind of question my manhood, and that's hilarious because that is from the lens of the camera right here. No one's close in Virginia. No one's around here to meet me. If they were, they could PM me because it'd be fine to go and to the dojo and have a little smiley face. You know, we signed a little waiver. Be a student at the dojo for 2 hours and go toe to toe. But that's the point. That's the type of stupid answer you get when you make a stupid answer or a stupid statement about someone not being tough or being thin-skinned or not having able to properly assert themselves, or if you were in front of me, any of those type of statements, they're going to get a stupid response. And that's that's just what it's about. So I hope that you guys have found this a little bit helpful as far as continuing. Let's keep the dialogue going. I'm here to answer the questions about my experience. If those of you that are out there actually interested in photography or anything like that, my videos are really great. They're nice little tools that can help you learn more about photography. Guys, I'm Robert Hamm with RobertHammPhotography.com. Don't forget, you can still win my camera. It's right here. It's this Olympus. It's one of these, Olympus 35 RC. And it's going to be given away live on YouTube here at this channel on November 20th at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I hope you win it. I got a bunch of them up here on this little row right there because I want you guys to win some. I love photography that much. I'm giving these great film cameras away. You can find out more about that on my video about Win My Camera. And as always, my friends, take it easy, and I'll catch you on the flip side.